UFC President Dana White is throwing his full promotional weight behind the upcoming September 13th bout between Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford, calling it one of the biggest fights ever as the super fight approaches in Las Vegas. Despite the strong marketing campaign, the fight has yet to gain traction with the broader U.S. boxing audience. While billed as a historic clash between two pound-for-pound stars, the matchup is being met with skepticism from fans. Crawford, who is moving up two weight divisions to challenge Canelo for the undisputed super middleweight championship, bypassed the traditional contender route, stepping directly into a title shot. Critics argue this move undermines the legitimacy of the bout, branding it a gimmick and a money grab. Compared to past high-profile events, such as last year's Ryan Garcia versus Devin Haney showdown, buzz around Canelo Crawford remains modest. With just over 2 months to go, social media engagement has been limited, and much of the conversation centers around whether the fight should even be sanctioned due to the significant weight disparity. Despite White's lofty praise, the matchup is not expected to rank among the top boxing events of 2025, especially when contrasted with the blockbuster fights seen in 2024.
I've been a big fan of boxing since I was a kid. I wouldn't be sitting here today if it wasn't for boxing. For this to be the first boxing match that I'm involved in promoting is an absolute honor. Two of the greatest of all time and one of the biggest fights ever in the history of the sport. So very, very proud moment for me, and I've done a lot of things in my career.
Former WBC heavyweight champion Deontay Wilder returned to the ring Friday night with a 7th-round stoppage of journeyman Tyrell Herndon at the Charles Koch Arena in Wichita, Kansas. While the result went in Wilder's favor, the performance raised serious concerns about his future at the elite level. Wilder scored knockdowns in rounds 2 and 6 before closing the show in the 7th, landing 2 clubbing right hands that prompted referee Ray Corona to halt the contest at 2:16 of the round. Herndon appeared fatigued for much of the fight and offered little resistance in the final stages. Despite the victory, Wilder looked far from the fearsome puncher who once dominated the division. He struggled with accuracy throughout the fight, frequently missing wide with both hands, even with Herndon standing stationary in front of him. The most glaring issues were a noticeable loss of hand speed, diminished power, and reduced sharpness in his signature right hand. Wilder had previously acknowledged dealing with a shoulder injury that affected his power, claiming it had healed. However, his underwhelming form suggests the issue may still be lingering, or worse, permanent. If so, it could spell trouble for Wilder against top-tier opposition. Given the performance, boxing observers believe now is the time for Wilder to secure a high-stakes bout with Anthony Joshua. Continuing to face lower-tier opponents like Herndon may damage Wilder's standing and invite growing criticism from fans and pundits alike.